So yeah, I've been unemployed for about 2 months now, and I wanted to share with you what it feels like to be laid off, because there's the good, the bad, and you learn a lot from it. To put you in context, I was working at this company for about a year and a half, and basically the first Tuesday after the Christmas break, I showed up to work only to be told that they were cutting our whole team and laying us off.
We are being laid off, like, right now.
What? Are you serious?
It was definitely something I did not see coming at all, and it was a total surprise for the whole team. Now it's been 2 months since that day, and it makes you reflect a lot. So let's start with the bad stuff. Obviously, losing your salary comes with the stress of figuring out how you're gonna keep paying the bills. I'm lucky to have some savings that could get me through a few months if needed, but still, I'd much rather find a job sooner, because you end up in this constant state of stress, hoping that the next opportunity will come soon. Then there's the state of the market. At the beginning of this whole story, I was kind of in a state of denial about how tough the job market actually is right now. I've heard the story and everything, but I thought it wouldn't be that hard to find a job, or at least get some interviews, you know. But I was wrong. After applying to a ton of jobs these past 2 months, I can confirm that the market is pretty rough right now. It's nothing like it was 2 or 3 years ago. For one, most of the job listings already have over 100 applicants, so standing out with just a resume is really tough. It almost feels like luck is more important than anything else. You've got to use the right keywords so the AI pick your resume, or you got to hope that you're one of the few candidates they actually review. Most places I've applied to never even got back to me, and the few that did took me through these grueling interview process that dragged for weeks and weeks and weeks and led to nowhere. Not a great feeling, I must say, but there's also a positive side to it. It might sound weird at first, but being laid off feels a bit like bungee jumping in slow motion. I've done it once, and that moment when you first jump, your whole body is screaming that you're about to die. But it's only when the cord finally catches you and snaps you back that you come back to your senses. And oddly enough, what stays with you isn't the fear. It's the adrenaline rush, the thrill of the experience, the realization that you've made it through. And being laid off feels a little like that to me. Right now, I am still in that first phase, the jump, where the anxiety about finding a job is at its peak. But I know that when I do find a job, I'll look back at this time and remember it as a really great period of my life. You have a lot of free time, and at first it's even a little scary. You're like, what am I gonna do with all this free time? But it's actually a great time to reconnect with yourself and start doing more of the things you actually enjoy and haven't been doing in a while. I've been in the 9-to-5 grind for 5 years now, and as a creative person, it really felt like I was slowly losing my creative spark. You finish your day job, you feel exhausted, and you don't feel like doing those side projects you won't spend sleepless nights brainstorming. That made you think, maybe I'm just not that creative after all. But with this time off, I now just realize how much my day job was actually sapping my creative energy. Now I know that I am still creative, I just didn't have any energy left to do it. It kind of feels good to be temporarily freed from the corporate world to reconnect with yourself for a moment. And the crazy thing is that free time has meant, for me, less doom scrolling, less watching YouTube, but way more time doing the thing that makes me feel productive. I'm feeling so inspired now, it's actually crazy. I feel like I could have project lined up for the next 10 years of my life, and I've almost completely lost the desire to just consume junk to fill the void. In some ways, being laid off reignited my passion for being who I am, and I'm honestly so grateful for that. So, why do I still want a corporate job, you might ask? That's a good question. I think part of me knows I'm still riding that initial wave of energy you get when you start something new. But I also recognize that this feeling won't last forever. Plus, the project I'm working on right now definitely don't pay the bills, and there's no guarantee they ever will. So for now, returning to the corporate world still seemed like the best option for me. That being said, I hope that everything I've learned through this experience will help me maintain a better balance, one where I can continue nurturing my creative energy and working on the projects I truly care about. And also, I still see those projects more as personal endeavors than something that really needs to sustain me financially. There's just so much less pressure with that. Maybe my perspective will change one day, but for now, this is the path I'm choosing to follow. It still feels strange to me talking all about these deep thoughts and reflection with strangers on the internet, but I do feel like it's helping me process things and make better choices, and you guys seem to like it, so I'll continue to update you about how my job hunt is going, because it's a tough world out there, and I've applied to so many places before actually receiving my first interview, and it actually went terribly, and I'm telling you all about it in this video you can watch right now.